AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the NFC champions. It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go in Super Bowl 59. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room here to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Spot that. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right left.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Well.
There's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3 down. 380. Go. Check 12.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And some room to work. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
What? 280. 30. Defense, let's go. Check 3. Check.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Ed Oliver gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Check the call. Watch the safety creep. Reload.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ed Oliver drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Touch 50, touch 50. Check. Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. I got you. Hey, check. One foot. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Go. Ringo. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Alert. 52. Watch the flag.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
52 the mic. Get that, go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This one from 46 yards out. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Watch the screen. Like six. Like six. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Switch.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 42-yard line.
Mike, 280. All day. All day. Check. 52. Right 52. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here. 52.
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
36 power. Check 31. 40. Check 9.
Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he's going to go down again.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And an alley to run. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 76 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
19. Hey, easy. Touch.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Jim. 14. Check 13.
Now Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
52. Mike 52. Hey, defense. Reload. Check 52. Joker. Left pass. Let's go one more. Hey, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. It's going to be a long day.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 26. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Swift. And he caught it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run with Geis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First down at the 11-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the 29, Wilson. The loop, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And out of bounds right around the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it. Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.